Hey guys, what's up? Doc Farhan here. You know, it's not often that I make a testimonial for someone. I actually rarely do this. But today I want to express my gratitude and tell you the 8 things that I've learned from Andre Bettinson. Like, you know, there are people in Afro-D, there are people that I've, followed over the years, but Andre is the one person that sort of stands apart from everyone else because of what he has taught me, because of these emergency situations or very specific reasons that I went to Andre for help. So these 8 things that I've learned, or the 8 ways that Andre has benefited me, this is what I'm going to get into. So I've written some notes, so let's start from the beginning. Okay, so one of the main things that Andre is an expert on is fasting. Right, so I remember I used to do these 48-hour fasts back in the strength camp days, back in 2015, and in the starting it was very difficult. Right, 2 days. Now 2 days are a joke, 3 days are a joke. They're very easy to do, but at that time it was very difficult. But I kind of got through it. I figured it out. I did a lot of junk food eating and a lot of binge eating, and to prepare for that. And then even after, I did some insane carb loading. But then when I started doing my 4-day fasts, my 5-day fasts, and which I've done, 3-4 times now in my life, over the last few years, Andre is the one guy who I contacted to learn what to do, how to prepare for the fast, what to do during the fast, the electrolytes to take during the fast, what to do after the fast, sort of how to break your fast, what to do so you don't become like all bloated and shit after. So Andre is the guy I've always called. He is, in my humble opinion, the fasting expert of the world, right? He's followed, Jason Fung is a doctor, nephrologist in Toronto, and Andre's followed his books, his lectures, his articles. He really understands the fasting aspect of life. He himself has done 7-day fast, full-on 7-day water fast, dry fasting, water fasting, all sorts of shit. The guy's tried everything. So that's the first of 8. The last part of the fasting is mindset. He's a master of mindset training, right? Because from where he's come from, he comes from a kind of a toxic, perhaps, sort of, not the most positive environment, growing up and beer pong and drinking and all that. So the fact that, going from a chubby kid to this 6-pack god who's now teaching the world about, the proper diet and the proper lifestyle. And he's the leader of our Afro-D Academy and, leader of our community. The fact that he's able to do that is because he can change his mindset. He can rewire his brain. And it's just bravo, man. So thank you, Andre, for that. That's 1. Let's get to number 2. So whenever I go on a cut or whenever I try to make a very amazing 6-pack in my body, right? I always follow Andre because there's nobody who has a better 6-pack than Andre. I think I have a pretty nice 6-pack, but Andre is another level, an 8-pack. So how he has transformed his body from this chubby kid to having this insanely beautiful 6-pack without flexing, right? A lot of people, they sort of flex and they show a 6-pack, but Andre can just do it without flexing. So for those of you who care about getting a 6-pack or having that kind of physique, very cut, shredded physique that looks good, and you also have energy levels during the day, Andre is the guy. So I've always followed him for that. Number 3, Andre is the king of consistency and sort of discipline, right? Because look, I've known Andre for 4 or 5 years now, so since the Doc Testosterone days. Way before Afro-D. He's been he's whenever I used to do the live food, when I would eating my lunch and usually these live Facebook lives, and he was always there asking questions and learning and just always very consistent guy. he knows how to stick to something, right? Like he's very disciplined in what he does. So like workouts, but it's also fun, right? It's like also his discipline involves, you know, the cheat days, the fun days, the like eat what you want days. So he knows how to discipline and how to have a balance between, you know, being a crazy tyrant and like a maniac person, but also having fun and enjoying life. Number 4, yeah, this is a great one. So he's taught me this concept of you don't have to sacrifice to get what you want in terms of body and happiness and sexual health. Because a lot of guys I know who are ripped and like sexy looking, they don't have high energy. You know, like the models you see in the magazines and stuff, like they're like, you know, the skinny models, they don't really have energy. They can't necessarily like satisfy, you know, their wife or girlfriend or you know, even themselves in life. It's very hard for them to do that. And so like the happy plus fit life, go to Andre for. I've always gone to Andre for, because he has the, you know, the relationship, the intimacy part of his life, and the body part of his life, and the work part of his life. Like the guy does everything that an alpha does because he is alpha. So that's number 4. Number 5 is the cooking, right? So like Andre has taught me the importance of what to cook, how to cook things, and what to eat with the highest nutritional content. He's the guy who got me into things like beef liver capsules, or just like real beef liver, other types of liver, chicken liver, you know, veal, or not veal, a lamb. You know, so I'm eating like organ meats and you know, things like hearts and neck and like feet, like just the head to tail, but like focusing on the liver, and really getting those nutrients in your body. It's just like super game changer. That's number 5. Number 6 is supplement knowledge. Like Andre is on another level when it comes to knowledge of like zinc and magnesium and vitamin D and exactly what type and brand and specific part of your body, and if you want to improve that, what supplement to take to improve that, right? Like what brand, what specific dosage and concentration. Like I don't know any of that stuff, like, because I don't really take zinc. I haven't taken it in so many years, but Andre has been consistent with these things. So you ask him a question, he knows exactly how to answer it and what the truth is. So supplements, stacks, what to take for this, what to take for that, how much to take, what not to take. Andre is the guy. Number 7 is the emotion, and how to have very strong, like manly part of that emotional strength, right? So I remember Andre, you know, him putting himself out of his comfort zone. One time he did this like speech at his Mormon church to talk about how in childhood he suffered and was like kind of tortured by the church. And then he spoke about it like in front of everyone and didn't give a shit, and like almost like broke down and cried like a man, right? Like you really expressed his emotion. And then the father like you know, invited Andre to his house, and like, you know, then they became friends. And so like that emotional strength I've learned from Andre. Beautiful, beautiful guy, beautiful guy. And the last one, number 8, is dark side, vulnerability, expression, right? Andre, for those of you who don't know, he's a musician. He screams songs. He's like a very intense musician, right? And I've learned from Andre how to express your dark side, so you can get sort of that part of your nature out to the world. Because if you suppress it, you suppress that darkness, that shadow that Carl Jung and Dr. Peterson talk about, then, you know, you go shoot up a school, or you like become super depressed, or you like beat up your wife, or something bad will happen if you can't express your dark side in a proper way, in a manly way, a masculine way. So that's yeah, how to be a strong man. You know, that's the gist of it, is what I've learned from Andre. I wanted to tell you guys this, and I also want to know, what have you learned from Andre? I mean, you've been, you know, learning from Andre for the last years or months or even weeks for the newbies. Make a video Post it here. Tell us, what have you learned from Andre over the years? How has he changed your life? What results, what benefits have you received from Andre's advice, his diet protocols, his videos, the guide in the guide section that we have? I want to know everything about how Andre has changed your life. Thanks, guys. This is Doc Farhan. I will see you soon.